morning, YouTube. Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to my channel. We are opening this video up pretty early this week. It's currently Saturday the 10th of February and it is 6 a.m. I have just gotten up and checked in with my coach. I'm going to pop my check-in on the screen. Weight is up a little bit this week, not a crazy amount. I'm up like 0.2, 0.3 from my last check-in, which I think is pretty good. But obviously we're going to see, wait and see what he says. Feeling a little fluffy, not going to lie. But overall it's actually been a really good week of like body image. I've kind of been feeling the off-season body. I've been embracing it. Strength in the gym has been going up pretty much with every session. And I finally got some physio work done, which you'll see in my back shot. I'm not as crooked anymore. But I do feel very inflamed this morning. I got my physio done at like 7 p.m. last night. I was in bed a bit later than usual as well, so I'm a little tired this morning. But it is an action-packed Saturday, as always. That's why I'm opening this video up a little early. I'm going to go downstairs now. I'm going to prep 3 of my meals for today. I'm going to prep my first meal, my pre-workout, and my post-workout meal. So I'm going to show you that. But the aim of today is a full day of eating, because we haven't done one in quite some time. So I'm going to take you through all of my food. And I'm just going to take you along for the day, and it's going to be a bit of a looser vlog. I might chat a bit about why I eat the foods I eat and why I don't eat certain foods, and I'm just going to take you through a full day of eating as a bodybuilder in week, let me check, just finishing up week 6 of my 20-week improvement block. More than a quarter in, just under halfway in. We're about a third into this improvement block. So yeah, weight is 59.6. I don't know if I actually said the number. So we are approaching the 60s, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. Being in the 50s is something that I kind of feel comfortable in, but I know I need to grow. I know I need to put a bit of weight on. Obviously, with putting on muscle, putting on a little bit of body fat is unavoidable. But I think, considering we're so many weeks post-show, like we're currently entering week 14 post-show, and I think I'm still keeping a pretty much tidy physique. So, we try not to analyze. I send the photos over to my coach once a week every Saturday, and I just let him do the analyzing. I try not to do it too much myself. But yeah, I'm gonna head downstairs now. Yes, by the way, I am wearing Christmas PJs. It's flipping cold. This week has been horrible. It's February. It's supposed to be nearly spring, and we're getting snow warnings over here. So yeah, Christmas PJs are still out. But yeah, we're going to go downstairs, prep a few meals, but first things first, I need to make a coffee. I need to wake up because I need to sit down to my client check-ins before I head over to the gym just after 9 o'clock this morning for a bit of in-person posing. So as I said, busy day, posing, training, grocery shopping, client check-ins. Today's the busiest check-in day, so I'll probably knock out a few in the morning and a few when I'm back from the gym. And yeah, then we'll see where the rest of the day takes us. So stay tuned for the video. I hope you enjoy it. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share with a friend. Head over to my Instagram, follow me there, and I shall see you in the next clip. We've got our coffee. We've got John, who's also gotten up with me this morning. But yeah, I'm not prepping anything fancy for my first 3 meals just because I still have a lot of things batch cooked from the week. So I'm literally just putting meals together and not actually cooking a lot. So yeah, I still have some rice left over in a massive box that I cooked during the week. I've got mushrooms already pre-cooked. I've got my chicken pre-cooked. I'm just cooking a little bit of tender stem and a bit of sweet potato for later, because I'm just fancying sweet potatoes instead of rice today. So that's what I'm doing. And then I'm just making, as I said, my breakfast meal, my pre-workout meal, my post-workout meal. But I don't think I'll actually be bringing my post-workout meal, just because like after training we're literally running straight to grocery shopping, and then we're going to head straight back home, so I can hold out an hour if needed after training. And listen, I'm in my off season, I'm not in prep. If I just get too hungry, I can always have an extra rice cake or something and just track it in a bit later. So we've got meal 1, post-workout half prepped. We've got meal 2, which is going to be meal 4 today, just because I'm training a bit earlier than usual. I've got my intro workout carbs because they're a thing now, and I've got my pre-workout rice cakes. So yeah, I'm going to show you all these meals as I'm eating them throughout the day. Obviously I'll do my best with clients and stuff, and yeah, pretty much it. Nothing exciting. And just a little disclaimer, I will be mentioning calories and macros, so if that's something that doesn't suit your goals right now, there's plenty of other videos you can watch from me, so just click out of the video. But yeah, I will be talking calories, macros. I'm going to list all the calories and macros of each meal and the totals for the day, and we're just going to have a chat through my food. But for now, I need to get onto my client check-ins. I need to put myself together before I head over to the gym for some in-person clients this morning as well. So busy day as usual, but we love it. So I'll see you later. Busy morning, but we got through it. Half of my client check-ins are done. I put a little bit of a face on. It's just something very plain and simple because I don't have time to be doing a glam, and I'm literally just going to the gym. So it's only 8:45, so I'm actually on time pretty much. So I'm actually gonna have breakfast at home and show it to you, and then we're gonna head straight to the gym for one of my posing clients, and then we need to train. Today's a leg day. I'm not going to take you through a full leg day today just because I did that training session in another video with a detailed walkthrough. So yeah, I might film a few clips and I'll tell you how it went, but I'm not actually going to take you through the session. Then, as I said, we need to go grocery shopping, we need to go tanning because I'm trying to get a tan back because I hate my check-in shots because of how pale I am. But yeah, I've decided I'm actually going to eat now because I'm fucking starving, and yeah. So I have my breakfast already prepped because I thought I'd be taking it with me. So I'm just gonna plate it up. So very simple. I did take the freedom today, is that how you say it, of actually tracking a few things. And it's actually kind of funny because I can't even tell you what meals I'm going to be eating at the end of the day because I still don't know. And that is the beauty of the off season. Sometimes I literally just track as I go. And this is kind of the day that I want to show you when I don't have my meals planned to a T. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. But I'm keeping breakfast a little bit on the lower side because I don't want to be too heavy or anything like that going into posing with my clients. And also I want to save some room for some better food later on. So that's what we're going to do. So breakfast today, I am going to eat it at a Tupperware and just pop something on a plate because I don't have time. So yeah, normally I do have sourdough bread with this meal, and as much as I'd love to have it, today is grocery shop day and I don't have any. So we're actually just going to resort to rice cakes. This is what you do. No bread. I don't want to have a full bagel because it's just a bit too high in calories just yet for my breakfast meal. So yeah, so I'm not gonna show you or tell you the detailed breakdown right now of my calories just because I actually can't remember and I don't have time to be going into my tracker to be looking at calories and macros of all these meals right now. But we are in the 2,200 calorie mark on a training day, so we are in a good spot. But we're going to keep breakfast on the lower side. So I'm going to show you right now what I'm going to be having. I have 60 mils or approximately 2 egg whites, just a tiny little omelette with mushrooms, peppers, salt and pepper. I've got some extra veggies, mushrooms, peppers, lettuce, pickles. I've got 40 grams of avocado, sugar-free ketchup, as I said, in Tupperware because I thought I'd be bringing it with me. We're going to go 4 plain rice cakes, and we're also going to up the fats even more in this meal because I want this meal to digest over a longer period of time because my pre-workout meal is quite light. And I also want to up the fats in this meal because I don't have any fats in my pre-workout today, just because I will be training really close to eating my meal. I'm literally going to eat my meal and go train, so it needs to be really fast digesting. So I don't want to slow the digestion of that meal by introducing fats into it. So we're actually just going to keep it carbs, no protein, no fats in my pre-workout meal, quick carbs just to get me into training straight away. And I do have carbs intra-workout now, which I'm going to show you right now. So they're just the Carb X from Applied Nutrition, and I have 20 grams of this powder, which is roughly 20 grams of carbs, about 80 calories in my training session. So I will start drinking this about halfway through my training session because I have noticed that I tend to crash or my performance tends to decrease about 4th, 5th, 6th exercise in. So if I have it around my 3rd or 4th exercise, they kick in by the time I'm on my like 6th or 7th, and I need that pickup. So by the way, fruit burst flavor, not my favorite, but my coach kind of introduced it on a whim without telling me in advance, so I've just been using my boyfriend's. So yeah, we got egg whites, we got veg, we got avocado, we got rice cakes, and I'm gonna up the fats in this meal with some extra peanut butter. This is my absolute favorite. Piping up, sweet and salty, my absolute favorite. So yeah, I'm just gonna have this. I'm gonna make a coffee to take with me, because if I make it to the gym earlier, I'm actually gonna do my cardio before I pose. A, to warm up because the gym is really cold, and B, I won't have to do a post workout because I don't know if you've noticed, we've moved. I don't have my bike here. So I have to do my cardio in the gym, usually post workout, or sometimes I'll split it pre and post because I only have 20 minutes. But yeah, we've moved. I am no longer in my family home. We are kind of between homes right now. So we're living with my boyfriend's parents for a little while as we are on the hunt for our own apartment. So stay tuned for these vlogs because they're going to be interesting. So yeah, we're still kind of settling in. It's our first full week here. You know, getting into the groove with meal prepping in a different kitchen, getting ready in a different place. If you're a female, you know when you're used to getting ready in front of the same mirror every day, it's really hard to do your makeup somewhere else. But I think we've done a good job. So yeah, I'm literally gonna just eat this really quickly and make a coffee and go. Obviously I will show you the meal when I actually put it together, and then we're gonna take you to the gym with me. And yeah, I'll show you my meals as I go today. I'll put calories and macros on the screen for each meal, and we're just gonna see where the day takes us today. Happy Saturday. By the way, this is my fit. I've got a Hoodrich crop with this just put over it because I don't actually know what I'm gonna wear in training. And I have got my new flares that I got in Manchester. If you watched those vlogs, you would have seen them. They are amazing. I love them. And honestly, bury me in flares. I'm going to try and cover the light behind me. But yeah, you've seen this part of the meal. Egg whites, avocado, veg, and then I've got 4 rice cakes. I put peanut butter on 2 of them. And 2, I'm just going to put the avocado and the eggs on. As I said, normally I do have sourdough. And as much as I'd love to have it, I don't have any right now. So we make do. But yeah, so this is meal number 1, 9 o'clock in the morning, which is usually the time I eat my first meal. My meals are usually fairly consistent time-wise. Today might be all over the place because I don't know how long I'm going to be in training. I don't know how long grocery is going to take us and if there's going to be any traffic coming back home. But honestly, I just want to enjoy my post-workout meal today at home with a warm drink, warmed up in the microwave, or even cooked on the hob. So I'm just going to push out post-workout. We're going to try and fly through grocery shopping to get back home and eat it so I can actually show it to you properly as well. So I'm going to eat this and then I will probably catch you at my pre-workout meal. We're going to walk out left side facing the judges, back in the stage, and we're going to turn into that right huge shot. Step back into your usual front. 1, 2. Glute, and you're going to step 1. On the second step, hands go to the back. Transition. And then here we're going to hit 1, 2. Power hold. Left. Right. Hello. So yeah, I just finished up with one of my posing clients. As you would have seen, I made her eye walk today. She is currently 10 weeks out. Her name is Lisa. She is a first-time wellness competitor and we just put her eye walk together, so now it's just practice. She's absolutely smashing it. I have to say posing has definitely picked up for me lately with the shows coming up, especially here in Ireland. There's 4 shows with BCA Ireland this year, so that is the biggest amount of shows in Ireland. And there's a lot of first-time competitors, and yeah, I do have a few new posing clients. Business has been doing a lot better the last few weeks, so I'm very grateful for that. And obviously, that being said, if you are looking to compete and you do want to get ahead with your posing and you want someone to take the stress away and help you and guide you along the journey, my books are open, and you can just pop over to Instagram, just pop me a message, or there is a link in my bio and in the description box where you can just inquire about posing. But it is nearly time to train. It is 11 o'clock right now. So we need to get a pre-workout meal in. And that being said, I did mention earlier I'm going to be training really close to eating. So I'm literally going to eat, go stretch, and go train. So I might sit for a minute or two because I just did a bit of posing. I'm a little tired, and I also did 20 minutes of cardio before I started teaching. So cardio is all done for today. That's the good news. But yeah, by the way, I'm literally sitting in the middle of nowhere. I'm in Tesco because my gym is actually right beside Tesco in the same building, and they have a nice quiet little area here. Obviously there's music playing in the gym. I don't want to get copyrighted, so I came out here, and I actually do like sitting out here sometimes, eating my pre or waiting for clients and things like that. What was I saying? Yeah, so pre needs to be really quick and easy. It needs to digest quick so I can head straight into training, meaning I'm not going to slow the digestion of this meal down by having protein or fats with it. So I'm going to save the fats for later, have more peanut butter later. So I'm just going 3 caramel rice cakes, and that is literally it. That's all I'm having. Normally I'd like a bit more before training, but not when I'm training so close to eating this meal, and I literally had breakfast just over an hour ago, so I'm still not that hungry. So 3 caramel rice cakes should do the job, and then obviously we do have 20 grams of carbs in track. So I'm going to quickly scoff these down, wait for John to get here, because Saturday is the only day we kind of get to train together. And yeah, might take clips, might not, I'll see. The gym is getting a little busy, so I might not take any clips. I might also be really into my session, not want to take clips. But we'll see, won't we? We'll see. There's some, oh yeah, and by the way, get ready for some good training footage in like a month or two, because they're literally revamping our whole gym. They bought all of upstairs of this big building, and they're bringing in more machines, more cables, more dumbbells, more space, another posing room apparently, or just a studio for classes. Ignore the noise, by the way. So yeah, hopefully it'll be a bit more filming friendly, because the lighting in this gym isn't great for filming, and maybe by then I'll have some money to buy microphones. Yeah, money's been a little tight lately with the move and everything, so buying microphones for the gym just hasn't been priority, but I do want to get a set of good mics because I want some good footage on this channel. Anyway, bon appetit, and I'll see you either in training or post leg day. It is currently nearly 3:30 p.m, so a little later than I planned, but we got all our groceries done for the week. I even found time to stop for coffee and surprise John with a coffee.
Love you.
Best girlfriend award. Yeah. So I just got an Americano with a bit of coconut milk. We can put this into the full day of eating because this happens every single day. But it's time for my post-workout meal. So I had it somewhere. I have it half prepped. I know, I'm still in my jacket. We literally just walked in. We haven't even unpacked our groceries. We're starving after that leg session. I had a very good leg session. I took a few clips, nothing major. I progressed on pretty much everything, even with the tightness in my hamstrings from physio yesterday. So very happy. Good week put down. Solid 5 sessions this week put down. Very, very happy. I've been progressing all week. And Mike was really happy with my check-in as well. So everything is on the right track. He just told me to not stress, enjoy the weekend, switch off. But obviously I don't know what that means, because I'm going to eat my post-workout meal and I'm straight back in front of the laptop to finish the second half of my client check-ins. And I have a whole new training plan to write for one of my girls. So busy evening as always, but we need to eat first. So typical bodybuilder meal. But I'm going to show you how I make it. So as I told you earlier, I had my rice and my chicken, all of that batch cooked. So I've got 65 grams of jasmine rice. I've got 90 grams of chicken breast. So as I said, all pre-cooked. But we're going to jazz it up with 50 grams of banana. And we're going to jazz it up with peanut butter and honey. But something I tried and I absolutely love doing is I just get a little ramekin. I put my peanut butter and my honey in there. I add a little bit of water, so it's like a runny consistency, and I just drizzle that over my rice. And then into my rice, I always put in some pink salt and sweet cinnamon. And I'm also going to have 2 more caramel rice cakes on the side. So I told you I'm keeping my pre-workout pretty light today to add a bit more carbs post-workout when I'm really hungry and when I really need the carbs. Like, I find I don't need a lot of food to go into training, especially if I've had 1 or 2 meals before my pre. So yeah, I like to add a bit more carbs into my post-workout meal. So I'm going to put it together. I'm going to show you how I make that drizzle thing and eat and get back in front of the laptop. So pop your peanut butter on, zero the scale. Now that's better. Zero the scale, and then we're going to take out 10 grams, and obviously what you take out is what you use, and even if you lick what's on the spoon, it's already tracked in. Beautiful angles we're working here with, I know. I literally have like cupboard on top of me, but yeah, I'm just going to take out 10 grams. Let's see if I can get on the first try. 9. Close enough. 10. See, I'm just doing 10 of nut butter. And I'm going to save the other 10 for my... No, we're going to go 15. We're going to go 15, and I'm going to save the other 5 grams for my caramel rice cakes. So, 13, 15. So I'm just popping it in a little ramekin. I'll show you now. Tracked in. Tracked in. So I just popped it in a little ramekin. And then I'm going to put the ramekin on the scale. And we're going to go 15 grams of honey. So yeah, it is a carb heavy meal, as I said. I'll show you what I'm doing. So can I get 15? Can I get a honey hot? And like, I just pour the honey as is like this. I don't actually pop it on the scale, because then obviously you can't really put back. And I always like to give it a second to reset before I add the final like 2 grams. So that's 14. Okay, 1 more gram. 15. Boom. So I'm going to pour a bit of water into this, and I'm just going to give it a mix. So this is what it's like before I put the water in. So it's very thick. Literally just a drop of water, and I mean like half a teaspoon of water is plenty. Maybe a teaspoon, because it is 15 and 15. Mix, 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 mix. Beautiful. And this is kind of the, you can't see. And this is the consistency. Beautiful. And if you ever want more of a savory option, rather than honey, you can actually mix your peanut butter with sriracha, and it turns into a bit of a satay. I was thinking I could actually even do it with this, put sriracha into that and be like a sweet and spicy, but not today, because I don't want to upset my digestion, because it's not on point today. But yeah, we got my rice and my chicken with sweet cinnamon and pink salt. I'm going to pop that in the microwave and then put that together. before my camera dies, by the way, I'm on 1 bar. So we've got chicken, rice, a few mushrooms, banana, 2 caramel rice cakes with a bit of peanut butter. Do you know, I used to like love caramel rice cakes, and then I completely went off them, and then in prep I was dying for them. Then I got sick of them, and now I'm back on a caramel rice cake hype. So pre-workout, I either do caramel rice cakes, or I'll do plain rice cakes with jam and peanut butter, depending when I'm training, how I'm feeling, whatever. Today, it's a caramel rice cake vibe. But yeah, we've got the meal nearly complete, and now we're going to drizzle. So I'm literally just going to pour it all over the rice and the banana. Beautiful. And here we have it. Calories and the macros will be on the screen for this meal. I know it's a big meal. It is a little bigger than usual, but I am not complaining. Everything's fitted into the macros, and it looks stunning. I cannot wait to dig into this, drink my coffee, and get back to client check-ins. Tell me you're an online coach without telling me you're an online coach. It's dark outside, and I'm still in front of the laptop, and I haven't eaten since my post-workout meal. So I say we take a little break and we go downstairs for meal number 4. Yeah, I've just been powering through the rest of my check-ins. They are all done now. I had to write a whole new training plan for one of my clients because we took a little bit of a... English. I need coffee too. We took a bit of a break from the gym just because her life was so hectic, moving house. You know, her workouts were literally clearing out the new house and cleaning and moving and everything. So with a full-time job, there was just no time for the gym, and that is perfectly acceptable. Life gets in the way sometimes. Remember, for lifestyle clients, I always tell them, like, fitness is a part of your life. It is not your whole life. It is not like me where I have to be on top of it 100% all the time. So, you know, she told me the situation. I was like, okay, I'll write you a training plan for 1 day, a full body split, and if you ever have the time or feel like going to the gym, you have that session to do. If not, then not. We just upped the food to maintenance, and, you know, we still kept a bit of cardio in, we kept our steps up, and she maintained her weight for like 4 weeks, and now we're back. So I had a whole new training plan to write, but it's all done now. So yeah, I actually had a lot of changes to make for clients today, so check-ins took a little bit longer, but they're all done now. I'm done with this work for the weekend. I do have more posing clients tomorrow, Sunday, but that's all the laptop work for this weekend, which is good. Obviously, editing, studying, that doesn't count as work. What else? Yeah, I have a bit of things to look into this weekend, like applications and just some tax stuff with work. So yeah, my brain is fried. I need a break from this laptop. Adios, and let's go downstairs and make ourselves a nice meal, because I do have a somewhat of a nice meal planned for meal number 4, and then obviously it is like 6:30 right now, and I'm only on meal 4. So we're going to be eating our last meal pretty late tonight. But that's okay, because we're probably going to stay up a bit longer than usual. Like, during the week, I try to be in bed for like 9 o'clock in the evening, just because I do get up at 5 every morning for work. But obviously, it's a Saturday. I don't have to be up for... I think I'm going to sleep until like 7 o'clock tomorrow, because I do have a bit to do in the morning. But I am going to let myself sleep till about 7 tomorrow, so I don't have to go to bed crazy early. And John and I have a free house. His parents are actually away. John, it's funny because we just moved in over a week ago with his parents, but we've actually had weekends alone the last 2 weeks, including this week, and then we're away next week. So we've been enjoying our lonely weekends together, which we do love. And this is why I always try to knock out all my work. I got up at 5 this morning just to make sure I was ahead with some of the check-ins, and that I could finish them by like 6-7 p.m. so we do have the evening to just chill together, which is something that does mean a lot to us, because yes, we do live together, but we barely see each other during the week with the gym and everything. So these moments really do mean a lot to us, and especially as bodybuilders who just do so much, especially me. Like, I work a full-time job, I have my posing clients, I have my online coaching clients, my lifestyle clients. We kind of cherish any moments that we actually get to switch off together and, you know, do something so simple like just watching a movie. So that is the plan for tonight. But let's go eat, because this meal is actually going to take a little time to put together. So I'm going to stop rambling and go make it. Back in the kitchen, and yeah, time for the next meal. I'm gonna not ramble this time because I've rambled enough upstairs, so I'm gonna dig straight into it and just tell you what I'm gonna be having. So, chicken, peanut butter, veg, but to make it a bit more interesting, instead of rice, we're going to do sweet potato, which I told you earlier I'd be having. So I just poured boiling water over them. By the way, 250 grams. I poured boiling water over them. Sorry, 240 grams actually. It was supposed to be 250, but just the way I chopped them up was 240. So I'm just going to make up for that in my last meal with some extra carbs. Easy. Yeah, I pour boiling water over them into the microwave for 6 minutes. So they're kind of parboiled. Is that what you say? I think. Yeah. Parboiled? Pre-boiled?
Boiled.
Boiled but not cooked, okay? Not fully cooked. So I'm going to chop them up into like sweet potato fries. Gonna pop them in the oven for about half an hour with some seasoning. And what seasoning should I do? Should I do the peri peri?
Yeah, and use the new one.
The new one?
The American one.
But no. Actually, show it to me. So I usually go with the Nando's peri salt, but we got this French's, like French's mustard. It is honey and chipotle fries and wedges seasoning. Now, I don't usually use seasonings during the week. If I ever have sweet potato, that's kind of the only time I use anything other than salt and cinnamon. So we're going to give this a try today. I might put on half of them and go with my normal peri salt on the other half.
How many?
Okay, this is the peri salt that I talked about. It's the same as Nando's, the Aldi knockoff version. So, let's crack this open. We're going to give it a smell. Oh. Ooh, that looks good and smells good. We got one last week. Tesco just brought all of them in, by the way. Last week we had Smoky Southern. When we had our on-plan, we made like an on-plan, off-plan. We tracked in like burgers and sweet potatoes as well.
I had an off-plan.
He had an off-plan. For me, it was actually tracked in. But that's because I want to grow some glutes. I don't want to get huge, whereas John needs to get massive. So every single week when we check in, it's like, yeah, Olivia, let's keep it tidy. Yeah, John, get an off-plan meal in.
Every time. And look at my face, like I've gotten so pudgy. Yeah.
Off-season life. Living life.
Am I big yet?
Excited to go for away next weekend and eat a load of good food. Yeah.
And spa.
Anyway, I actually didn't have this one. I stuck to the peri. How was this one? Was it good?
It's tough. It was really, really good, but you have to add a bit of salt as well.
I'm not going to add salt because I usually add salt. Actually, fun fact, and I'll be mentioning this in my next video, which I'll be doing tomorrow about meal prep. I don't actually season my food when I cook it. I season it after so I can control the amount of sodium I'm using. It's just a habit I got into in prep and it's just easy. So yeah. Honey and chipotle, we're going to put this on. But first, yeah, I'm going to chop these up into like sweet potato fries or wedges or whatever kind of comes out. Pop them in the oven, and then in the meantime, I'm just going to put my chicken and my veg together, which is already pre-cooked. Like I told you, I got tender stem and mushrooms. And my chicken is already measured out even. It's the same chicken that I used in my post-workout. So I'm going to whip it up and show you. So while the potato is in the oven, I kind of plated up everything else. So I've got mushrooms, tender stem, and chicken. I've got 70 grams of fresh pineapple. I actually treated myself to fresh pineapple today instead of the canned one. And I've decided, I told you about it earlier when I was mixing up my honey and my peanut butter, that sometimes I'll mix peanut butter in sriracha to make like a satay, and I just love satay. It's my go-to meal out when I'm at an Asian. I always get a satay, and where like any Asian I go to, I need to try their satay. So we're gonna make it today, kind of. Peanut butter, same one I used earlier. I'm gonna go a little bit of smooth and a little bit of crunchy just for that extra flavor. By the way, excuse the state of my hands. This is still what I'm dealing with post-prep. My circulation is absolutely fucked. I'm still really cold all the time, and I think it's time I see a doctor about it. Like, I'm fine, the rest of my body is fine, but my feet and my hands just get so cold. And I've always had bad circulation in my hands, but it's gotten really bad after prep or during prep, and it just hasn't gotten any better. So this is the current state of affairs. But anyway, so yeah, we're gonna go peanut butter and we're gonna go with the Tabasco sriracha. So I don't really measure this. Usually about 10 grams of this should do, but I have a whole 20 grams of peanut butter. So I'm not sure. I might just do 15 grams of peanut butter and put 5 on the chicken just on its own, and go 10 grams of sriracha and just see what happens. So we're gonna get a little ramekin again. I love these little ramekins. And we're gonna take the peanut butter, pop it on the scale like we did before. Remember, pop it on the scale. This is 15 grams of peanut butter. This is why you need to weigh your peanut butter. You know, people saying they only have a teaspoon of peanut butter. Like, why am I putting on weight? Like, I'm definitely in a calorie deficit. Like, I only have a teaspoon of peanut butter in my oats. What you think is a teaspoon might not be the 15 grams that the package says it is. So, weigh your peanut butter. Weigh your fats in general. Like, you can easily eyeball chicken. You can eyeball things like rice. Obviously, if you're using bagels and bread and things like that, it is really easy. Or rice cakes, it is really easy to eyeball your calories. But when it comes to fats, peanut butter, dark chocolate, avocado, oils, this is why I don't even use oils. I just use Fairlight, and I try not to go ham. Like, a couple of sprays will do. But fats is where we can really overdo it and not even realize how many calories we're kind of consuming. So yeah, that's my rant. And we're going to go. Okay, we're gonna go 7, mix it and see what happens. I don't want it too spicy either. I think this will be plenty. So mix, 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 mix. It turns into a beautiful, disgusting color. And what I might do is I might actually add a little bit of water like I did earlier, just so I can actually drizzle it over the sweet potato fries, or I can just dip in. So we're just gonna give it a good mix until it's all combined. And we're gonna give it a little test. Perfect. Perfect. Doesn't need to be any more spicy or anything like that. So we're gonna leave this aside, and I'm gonna check on the potatoes. It looks like they're nearly ready. They're going nice and crispy. I could have put them up smaller so they go more crispy, but I was way too impatient. It's nearly like, what? It's 6:30 right now. It's gonna be 7 p.m. by the time I eat this, and then I usually eat my last meal like 8:30. So my last 2 meals are gonna be close together. And if you're still here, make sure please to give the video a like, comment, subscribe, head over to Instagram, name on screen, follow me there for definitely more regular updates. Like, I tend to share a lot on my Instagram. By the way, you're just gonna have to deal with me rambling because I'm waiting for the potatoes to cook and I need to pee. And you're enjoying this video. I do hope you stay till the end because our last meal is getting ready here. I nearly put my flipping hair into it. It's a big bowl of oats and they're gonna be beautiful. Let's think of a little activity. So if you're still here and you're enjoying the video, I want you to go into the comments and put in a blue love heart emoji because I'm still in my blue flares and I love them. Can't see them, hold on. Still can't see them. I'm still in my blue flares. Go into the comments and give me a blue love heart emoji. Okay. Let's leave the chit chat here and I'll just pick you up when the meal is actually done. Potatoes are out and they're crispy. Sauce is made. And I've just been chatting shit on my stories on Instagram because I haven't actually done that in so long. I'm guilty. I'm guilty of not picking up my phone, not posting enough on Instagram, but life has been way too busy. So this is my promise to you guys, officially on video, on record, that I'm going to be out there a bit more. I'm going to interact with my audience a bit more, both here, on Instagram, and everywhere. So yeah, I just heard the microwave. Give me a second. Food is out of the microwave, so let's just pop it on the plate. And I know the chicken looks a little sad, but we'll jazz it up. So yeah, sweet potatoes. I can hear the crunch. They actually look so good. I'm just going to put a little bit of my sriracha satay peanut butter thing on top of the sweet potato and the chicken. And I'm just gonna pop the rest on the side so I can dip whatever is left. See, no meal is complete without no added sugar or salt ketchup. So we're gonna drizzle a little bit of ketchup on the side. And since I said I didn't salt my veg or the chicken, we're gonna pop a little bit of salt. Not too much because there's already salt in the seasoning that I used. So I'm going to show you this first. So yeah, we've got a beautiful meal, a little later than I should be having it, but it's okay. Off season, prep, who cares? No, during the week I am very meticulous with my meal times. I have the exact same breaks at work, so 9 o'clock in the morning, 12:30/1 p.m, then 3, just before 3 o'clock, my pre-workout, 5:30, 6 post-workout, 8:30, 9 at the latest, last meal of the day. But today we're a little bit more chillaxed just because my Saturdays are a lot different to my days during the week with posing and check-ins and training and everything. So anyway, absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna pop the calories and macros on screen for you right now. So you can pause or whatever, have a look, because I just want to sit down and enjoy it. And obviously forgot pineapple as well, 75 grams. But I am gonna give it a little taste test for you because I actually haven't used the seasoning before. I haven't made my sriracha in a while, and I don't think I've actually ever had it with sweet potato. I've had it with rice, but I've never had it with sweet potato. So I'm just gonna grab, a crunchy piece. I'm gonna dip it into that sauce. Crunch, crunch. I hope you could hear that. And now we're gonna grab a piece of chicken with it and a piece of sweet potato. That is delicious. Oh my god. I'm gonna sit down, eat this, and then I need to choose a movie for me and John to watch because he put me on movie duty. So romantic comedy pending, and he can't say no because he told me to choose. So yeah, I will catch you at my last meal. This is it for tonight. I'm not sure I'm going to talk to you too much on my last meal. Probably won't, but I definitely will show you my last meal. So stay tuned. Get yourself a boyfriend who does this when you go take a shower. Movie is picked. We're going to be watching the new Cinderella. The stove is on, so my ass is nice and warm. The couch was pulled into a bed. I got my laptop so I can finish off little bits. Oh, bless him. Thanks, babe. Back in our usual spot. This is going to be our usual spot for the time being, I guess. By the way, I'm so pale. Yes, my hands are boiling red. I took a very hot shower. I take boiling showers, but today it was an especially warm shower. Yeah, it is time for the last meal of the day. It is currently just after 8:30 in the evening. And time for the last meal. I'm hungry. And I just want to end the full day of eating now because I just want to go sit down on the couch, get chilled out, and head to bed a little bit earlier tonight because tomorrow's an action-packed day as always. So I'm going to talk you through it, and then I'm just going to show you the finished product because I'm just really tired and I don't feel like rambling on anymore. Surprise. So yeah, I'll just kind of tell you what's in the meal, then I'll show you when I make it. I'm not going to show you making it, I'll just tell you what's in it, show it to you made, and obviously calories, macros, all that jazz. So the main component is a bowl of oats, obviously. Remember, I kept my breakfast on the lower side and pre was on the lower side, so we still have a load of calories to work with, so there is going to be two parts to this meal. 60 grams of oats, already soaked in boiling water earlier. I find them a lot easier to digest when I soak them first. I'm not sure why that happens, but I know it's actually a proven fact. We are then going to go in with 50 grams of berries. Today we've got blueberries and strawberries. I'm going to go in with 15 grams of the Performance Whey Isolate from Train by JP in white chocolate hazelnut flavour. This is my absolute favourite. I am nearly out and we are waiting on a new protein to arrive. So when it does, there will definitely be a taste test on the channel. I'm going to go in, this is something I've been doing, so like my rest day, last meal is a bowl of vegan yogurt, and then on a training day is a bowl of oats, and I can never just choose between them, so we're going both. What I'm going to do, and I've been doing it the past few days, and it's really nice, so I have a bowl of oats, and then I just pop 50 grams of the Alpro coconut yogurt just on like one side, and it just mixes in. Also, I tried it during the week, where I actually just made like only 40 grams of oats and I put in like 100 of this, and I actually cooked it all up in the microwave together, and it was just so creamy. Like nothing happens to this yogurt when you heat it up, which is really good, because with like actual dairy products, when you heat them up they can go a bit ugh, but this one doesn't, so I highly recommend, and I love the flavour of this one. And if I'm just having it on its own and I'm not adding whey, I'll do like flavour drops, but we don't need them today. So that's the boring part of the meal. Then it gets a little bit more interesting because we have a whole 30 grams of nut butter to play with. So 30 grams is going to be, well, 30 grams of fat kind of. I'm not very meticulous with that. Like if I want dark chocolate instead of peanut butter, I don't actually track it. I just kind of have it instead of the dark chocolate. So I'm going to go like a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of peanut butter, but I'm also going to go and have I tracked three corn cake thins. Now the packet is all open and broken, so I'm not going to show you the packet, but they're just corn cake thins from Aldi. You can get them in Tesco, you can get them anywhere. And we're going to go 15 grams of jam. So we're going to make like PB&J corn cakes on the side. I know it's a lot of carbs, but I love me some carbs going to bed. Especially on a day like today where it is a Saturday and technically I could have an off-plan meal. But I am choosing not to have an off-plan meal. So I just kind of want to feel like I'm having a little treat, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have my oats, I'm going to pop some chocolate into them, I'm going to have PB&J corn cakes on the side, and I can just munch away on that while watching a movie, so it will still feel kind of like an off plan, but everything is tracked in, everything, like my calories and macros are calculated to the gram, everything matches today, so no guilt attached, which is a good feeling. So yeah, I'm going to cook all this up, put it together and show it to you then. As I said, I'm literally just microwaving the oats, chucking the protein in, putting the yogurt, the berries, the peanut butter and chocolate on top, and then the few corn cakes with jam and peanut butter on this side. And voila, here we have it. What an absolute beauty. So starting here, 3 corn cake thins, peanut butter, 15 grams of jam. Then we got 60 oats, 50 berries, that's some whey paste drizzle on top. I've also got some left over, so I'm going to use it for the corn cakes. I've got peanut butter, touch of Biscoff, dark chocolate, and my absolute favourite, got half a square of caramel, the Cadbury one. Then there's the 50 grams of the Alpro yogurt, and I think that's it. And by that's it, I mean, yeah, it's a lot. But yeah, I'm going to go chill out on the couch and pop the calories and macros on screen right now. And here, somewhere, I'm going to pop up the totals for the whole day. And this will conclude the full day of eating. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Obviously, take everything with a pinch of salt. Remember, my calories and my macros are my calories and my macros. They work for me, they might not work for you. So please don't go out there trying to copy what I do. I mean, if you want to, go ahead, but I don't recommend. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you stay tuned for the next one. I'm actually filming it tomorrow, but you're not going to see it till next week. I'm going to be taking you through exactly how I meal prep for the week and bits and bobs like that, some of my absolute like grocery staples and all of that jazz. To be honest, I haven't really planned it out. I'm gonna do it tomorrow right before I film. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you in the next one. Ciao!